watching any of these other ones, you know that I am going through a bunch of my toy collection from when I was a kid that's been in storage for 30 plus years. And I finally have got the time and space to kind of start to go through it. And the plan is just to figure out inventory what I've got and take some pictures of it, create a sheet as it's going along, figure out what I can about the different items, and then eventually, I think I'm hoping to find a bulk buyer that will just buy all this stuff at once. I have no desire to hang on to it. I don't know if it's going to be worth parceling up, but the more important part is going to be what we're doing right now, just looking through, seeing what memories kind of get stirred up here and whatnot. And the last episode a couple days ago, we did Masters of the Universe. You're gonna have to bear with me. If you've followed me for a while, you know I've been doing video stuff for, in some way, shape, or form, for quite some time. But shooting this style is kind of new to me, and I'm just kind of experimenting with angles, trying to figure out what works best. But I think I might have an idea for today. So anyhow, I'm gonna flip flop the camera around, and today we are going through old GI Joe stuff, actually. So I'm getting my second phone ready here so I can start to scan stuff. But yeah, original vintage GI Joe stuff from the 1980s. So let's get this set up and get this party really going here. All right. I think I am going to. Oh. Let's see here. It says my device is locked. What does it say there? Hold on a second. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Oh no. Okay. What if I do that? Flip flops the camera. Let's see here. Oh, that's not what I want to do. That wasn't right. Huh. Well, I'd like to be able to shoot in a wider aspect ratio so we can really see stuff, but this is the best we're going to get, I guess. So I'll try to stay in frame there. All right. And hopefully this can give us a pretty good, a little bit better picture of what we're looking at. Oh, I don't know why I'm trying to get it lined up in the green screen. I'm going to put a little marker out here just so I know roughly where to place things. There we go. Yet another great use for a D20. All right. So basically, I've got a ton of GI Joe stuff, much like the other action figures that I had from Masters of the Universe. I'm not really sure what happened to them all, but I have a bunch of vehicles. So that's what we're going to start to go through and kind of check for completeness and see what's going on. All right. Here's one that I know is definitely not complete, but I remember this. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Here's the project GI Joe inventory. Perfect. Item number 1. Boom, right here. Let's see what it says. This is. I believe this was kind of a good guy, a GI Joe machine that could go in and out of water. There should be a plastic dome over this, I believe. Pretty neat little level of detail there. It had some flaps. Ah, yes, it is the shark. Um, yeah. All right. Not a lot of discoloration, but I know it's missing a lot. Kind of looks like maybe a rip off of the snow speeders from Star Wars. I don't know. You can be the judge of that. All right. Now, the next couple items, I think I've got some loose pieces here and there for. So that's why I kind of want to get this stuff out and see where I'm at. Oh, man. That's some parts for the jet that I threw away. Not cool. Some landing gear. All right. All right. Just gonna get some kind of set up here. All right, look at this. Here's a little GI Joe. Kind of reminds me of a Subaru Outback, actually. Oh, wow. This has got the little gas tanks in the back. That's going to be nice. It's missing a door, I can tell you that. And I think, without having looked anything up on this yet, I think there was like 4 little missiles that sat back here. This is kind of the idea behind it. And if I look here, oh yeah, that's epoxied back on there. Some kid must have broke that off when he was young. All right. Oh my gosh. There we go. I'm going to take 3 of this because why not? Hmm. See what we got here. It's really taking its time thinking things through here. Yeah, so I know that's missing those rockets for sure. It's gonna get loud here maybe for a second because a lot of the toys are just put here in for traveling purposes. I kind of put them all in a, well, I hate to admit it, a garbage bag to kind of get everything so it would fit. Oh, good God. That's a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff, Johnson. And then I believe there's a box over here. Oh God, it's gonna be forever today, especially if the internet's running that slow. Ah, all right. Ooh, this is the Vamp Vehicle Attack Multi-Purpose. It was a GI Joe machine, not used by Cobra. I'm sure Cobra sold them from time to time. That's the Vamp. Should have another door, and I believe this. Yeah, this top kind of like comes off too, so you can make it look and feel like a convertible. The doors can come off just like they would on a Jeep. All right. This is probably G.I. Joe is probably the toy set that I have the most of. All right. I was hoping I'd find that. Good. Good. Because here's a pretty neat machine that wasn't quite complete, but in fact, it is complete. And this was, I can tell you this right now. This is a bad guy car, but it was my favorite. Wow, I got to get that set different on my. Let's see here. I got to turn the screen lock off. I was getting really annoying. This was a Dreadnought automobile, I believe, actually. Let's see here. Auto lock. Never. Back. Thank you. Yeah, the Dreadnoughts had this bad boy. All right. What made it so cool is the wheels actually turned on the front here, although I don't think they're didn't work with the steering wheel, but the wheels could actually articulate, which wasn't always a thing. It's actually rubber wheels, which a lot of the toys didn't actually have, that they're always plastic wheels. And look at this. It had this Gatling gun that actually like the chain magazine feeds through. A couple guys could ride in there. I think there was even foot pegs on the back. Oh, I'm missing a mud flap. I'm gonna have to see if I can find that. Or a bullet flap. I don't know what that would be. An interesting thing that the Dreadnoughts came in as kind of a mercenary faction at some point in the cartoons, and like their main leader, he's reading a thing about it in the storyline, was like wicked smart and kind of just became this outlaw villain type character. All right, let's see what they call this thing. I'll look through the other boxes here just for loose parts and whatnot. Oh wow, holy cow. All right. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. There's a machine right there. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. So what's this thing called? Cobra Rage assault vehicle. Well, maybe it is a Cobra mail thing. I thought it was a Dreadnought mobile. There's supposed to be some missiles on here and stuff. I don't know about that. I don't think. Let's see here. Hmm. Oh, there is supposed to be a rack on the front. Let's see here. Dreadnought Thunder Machine. This G.I. Joe stuff was the one that I was dreading the most to go through because there's just so damn much. All right. So that I'm looking for a cage for the front of it and another mud flippy flappy on the side or bullet flap or whatever. The guys had to crawl in through these heavy steel doors. But again, real rubber wheels, kind of neat. And that machine gun. Wow. Truly amazing. The junk they can sell us. Boy. I don't know what a couple of these are. Here we go. This thing looks a little beat up, so we'll go ahead and get it out of the way. This is some kind of Cobra motorcycle. That is more than likely this junk. Let's see here. Let's see here. And again, with any of these toys, I kind of hate to, if it is going to be like a bulk buy, I hate to like just get rid of anything because they might be able to take components off and part them out for other things. So that's where I have a little trepidation in actually getting rid of stuff. Dreadnought Cycle. Wow. Dreadnought slash Cobra Cycle. Yeah. You could ride that around. Kind of cool. Any machine you could get a couple people on and it be kind of a motorcycle. That's kind of neat. $25 value. I don't think so. This is pretty close to garbage, but it'll go in the bin nonetheless. All right. Let's see here. This was one of the coolest. There's a case where Again, Kubrick's a lot of times the bad guys in 80 cartoons, and I guess it's just a common trope, kind of always had the cooler stuff. Look at this sweet little personal helicopter. I mean, how could Cobra not just own everything with these skills and these tools? I bet that's supposed to have some kind of bomb on the bottom. What the heck was this thing called? Ah, Cobra Fang. Yep. It was kind of cool too. It had the little cannon on the front articulated around. That's pretty exciting. And it actually had, if you, well, let's take a look at the G.I. Joe guy here. Uh, they all had the little hole in their back. So this is a good guy. This feels kind of, not sure about this, but you could set the guy in there and then actually use that little pin in the back. Let's see if I can do it. I mean, maybe the good guys were slightly taller than Cobra too. I don't know. This guy will not fit in there. I don't want to jam anything. Well, at any rate, you get the idea. The pin goes in that hole, and then you can move it around, and he won't fall out anywhere. That's pretty amazing. Um, it appears to be missing a removable missile and other small weapon pieces. Yep. I don't know. Might be worth something to somebody. At a bare minimum, I won't have to pay to throw it away. I also got a few good guy things. This one, I have no idea what it is. Filthy. I know that. Oh, there must be some type of gun that goes on top there. I wonder. Is it something like this? No. Ah. Yeah, so that should have a cannon on top, I suspect. Or is it something stupid like this? No, that's for something else. Huh. Well, let's take a picture of it, figure out what the hell it is, and then I can look stuff up. All right. All right. So this is called the G.I. Joe Raider. Let me see if I can find a good picture of it here. That's not the Raider. That's not the Raider. I don't know. I feel like that should be a component of it. I just don't know. I just don't know. Warthog. All right, let's see here. I don't think. Wow, Warthog AIFV. All right, so let's see here. Oh yeah, it's supposed to. No, that's that. That ain't it. Huh? That still ain't the Warthog. I know I have the Warthog. All right, let's see here. 1987. Let's see if Google can do anything here. Oh, I don't have that on the phone. Damn it. Aha. Let's see if this is it. Let's see here. Aha, yes, in fact, this is the Persuader. All right, so it should have a big gray cannon that goes on the front there. That ain't it. I bet that cannon will show up somewhere, though. It is in one of these boxes of mystery and intrigue. Hmm. Oh, wow. We're going to be fun in just a minute. We'll hold off on those. Let's see here. Ah. Yep. Yep. That might come in handy. I don't know. So that's upside for just a second. Okay. Ah, there's an actual warthog. Fine son of a gun. Oh, wow. All right. Uh-oh. Yes. Oh, man. Holy cow. This is very fascinating because some of these things ain't even ringing a bell. I'm sorry, I should show you something on camera, I know, but I was actually looking for a specific part. I'm not finding it, though. I ain't seeing it. Oh, well. Well, there's all those dreadnoughts like we talked about. Oh, that thing is cool. Man, I forgot about that thing. Huh. Oh, wow. I knew I'd find it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Would you look at this? Here is the cage for that dreadnought automobile. Ha ha. All right. Now it's complete. Look at that. I could run into G.I. Joes and all kinds of stuff. All right. Now, enough dilly-dallying, I say. I think I've got generally everything unpacked here, so now I can start to get through things a little quicker, hopefully. Oh, this is one more part to make this complete. This is an antenna for this car. That I didn't even see in a picture, but I remember. Look at that. Yeah, there's a radio antenna. It's a little bent. That's the kind of thing, though, that what little I do know about collecting all this junk and collectors is that stuff is can kind of be a deal breaker, or can really make a piece because, well, if it doesn't have all the, if it has all the parts And some of those things, like those antennas, they broke so damn easy. So easy. Oh, man. Holy shnikes. All right, we'll come back to you in a second here. All right. Wow. All right. I think we're sitting pretty good here now. All right. Still have no idea what this is. Could not find the can for it. That's what I was actually really looking for. And then sidetracked myself with everything else. It does not appear as if I have the cannon for it, at least handy. Oh, that's kind of a heartbreaker. It's got to be somewhere amongst all the stuff. Maybe it'll show up. I don't know. Ah, that ain't it. All right, so we'll move on from this piece. I'm sure it's not. This goes here, I bet. Man, less. No, it's not that style of cannon. I don't know. Not complete, but rockets. Wheels are in good shape, so might be halfway decent. I don't know. All right. Let's take a look here. All right. This is just a fun little tank. This is an oldie but a goodie. It's 1985. We've been, started the toy run and whatnot. All right. Let's see here. One guy can sit in there. That's the idea. It's like a little. Used to be worth a lot more until right when I threw it on the floor there. Yeah, it's got the little wheels, so it spins around. All right, what can you tell me? Oh man, this room I'm doing this in is about 800 degrees now that I'm up and moving. Oh, the armadillo tank. Oh, there's supposed to be a rear safety bar on it. Uh-oh, not complete. Womp womp womp. Fun in the bin nonetheless. All right. Aha. This one I have no idea what the hell this is, if I'm being very honest. I feel like this has something to do with it, but let's just see. Let's just see if we can figure something out on this. It was some type of missile launcher, I know that. A rocket launcher of some kind. Let us see. Okay. All the stuff is so dusty. It's years of sitting in up in the old garage. Mm-hmm. All right. They're saying it's a G.I. Joe Thunderclap. I don't think that's it. No, I don't think that's the Thunderclap. Hmm. But I don't know. I might be stumped on this. I know it was some type of missile launcher. A guy would sit here and could drive it around. But I have no idea what actually goes in there. Hmm. Hmm. I find a ear on this. Let's see. Hmm. Well, while that thing's searching more, I vaguely remember this. But again, bad guys got the cooler vehicles. But look at this thing right here. This is a Cobra machine. It's got a Gatling gun that spins around. It's got this turret cannon. There's supposed to be some mechanism that holds this up here. And I don't have it. I don't know what it is. This missile folds down. I suspect it was maybe designed to fold all the way out and just didn't fit quite the right way. I don't know. I noticed it got a little side compartment here. These really weird wheels on it. Oh, by the way, this also has, when it sits up, that's right, it's got the Gatling guns on the bottom. For some reason, this pulls out. It must have been to hold gear and whatnot. All right, so back to this one, though. Let's see here. I mean, this is a really exciting one because it's missing Rolling Thunder. G.I. Joe Rolling Thunder. Nope, that ain't it either. All right, we're giving up on that, I believe. We'll try one more picture here. Let's just see. All right. This thing's going away. I've had enough of it. I can't figure out what it is. Technology can't figure out what it is. Away with you. But let's go back to this cool vehicle here. I have no idea why it had these big, weirdly shaped wheels on it. No idea what that was about. No idea where the what those other struts would look like. Maybe we'll figure something out here in a minute or two, and it will give us some good information. But I'm not gonna hold my breath on that. Shoot, shoot. I think I threw that away. Why would I do that? Why would you do that, guy? Oh, okay. All right. All right, let's see here. They're calling it one last try on this one. They call it the remote piloted vehicle. Oh, we have a winner. Let's take a look here. Hold on, though. Hold on, because I think I might actually have the stuff for this at the end of the day. Oh, be darned. Surely this couldn't be it. By God. I think it is. Holy cannoli, Johnson. All right. It's not complete, but there it is. I knew it was some kind of rocket launcher type thing. You'd think this would like articulate or something cool. Oh, there's like a little launch box thing that goes with it. That I can almost assure you I don't have. Like a little kind of control center type thing. All right. Well, let's take one more picture of it here. Since I do have the rocket for it now, let's see. Let's see here. This is actually kind of a cool one after all that pain in the ass because the rocket actually shoots out. And it's not a space rocket, folks. This is a drone. G.I. Joe was a visionary, I guess. This is well before drones, but that was the concept of it. All right, there we go. Yes. You can hook stuff on there, pull it around. There should be a launch box in there, and then this one little vehicle here can launch the drones and take care of Cobra and all their nefarious activities. All right. Now, this I gotta figure out what the hell this thing's called and keep moving forward. I think it was worth figuring that out about the old ROV or whatever it was. RPV, remote piloted vehicle. Ooh. This, however, wow. That's not that is not remote. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. So this is a development here. Ah, look at that. So that can flip up so it gets even meaner. Ooh. Put a guy on each side here, I think. Yeah. Ooh. Look at that. Son of a gun's hanging out in there. Get out of there, my friend. The war's over. You can go home. All right. What the hell is this thing called? Holy cow. The old AI is taking forever here to get things done. Oy vey. Hmm. There we go. All right. Now let's get some pictures of this beast. I can only imagine what kind of harebrained name this thing has. And the winner is, let's see. Oh. Ooh, Rage Urban Assault Vehicle. Mm-hmm. Let's verify that. A little bit newer. It's from the 90s, so that would have been, yeah, wheeled gun carrier by Hasbro, 1990. Would have been right at the kind of end of my time watching. It would have been Prime GI Joe, but kind of ended getting a bunch of the toys. All right, so I believe this isn't complete. There should be a couple missiles. Hold on a second. Ah, they're all dudes. Uh, all right, so I guess I'm not as lucky. I thought I had seen something that might work in that application, but alas, I was wrong. I don't see anything. All right, so it doesn't have the missiles. That's fine and dandy. Just gonna have to live with that. I don't love it, but I'll live with it. All right, so there it is, the Rage Urban Assault Vehicle. Wow, what a piece of machinery! That Cobra really had it together. Okay, okie dokie. Now, this beat the hell. I remember this one quite well. This is probably from the 90s too. 1988, okay. This is cool. Missiles actually came out. And then the they came apart somehow, I think. Because these are all loose in here. I'm not going to pull too much, but I think it was basically like a kind of like a cluster bomb or something. I don't know. It's missing one of the missiles. At the end of the day, these are kind of they're really something else in terms of toys. On that last Cobra machine where there's that slot that I'm not sure what that was for. That's what I forgot to mention. I just saw. Turns out that is for to hold landmines actually. So that's kind of neat. All right, let's see here. I got this bad boy. Then we have this old thing here. Golly. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the real deal. Oh, Johnson, what have you done now? Oh, yeah, this got the feet that come out. Look at this bad boy here. Spins around. This had to have been a G.I. Joe thing. Must be some missiles that sit there. I don't know. Then these legs gracefully go back in. Maybe. Ah, there it is. All back together. And they can zip around before it unleashes hell. You can put those feet down. So this right here, though, let's see. What are we doing? Cobra Imp, infrared imaging, programmable missile tank. Uh huh. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. A little bit of value. The missiles might be worth something. All right, so there it is. A Cobra Imp does something with infrared and really ruins people's days, evidently. That's the whole. That's kind of what Cobra is all about, man. Ruining people's days. All right. What about this thing here now? Let's see. This thing we talked about a little bit. Let's see here. Oh, all right. What are we looking at? Get some more toys set up here. Oh man, there's so many. There's so much stuff. The GI Joe Slam. Ooh, Slam stands for I don't know what. No idea. That's the god dang. That's what that's all about. We can go in there and slam, as it were. Okay. If you're if you're watching this for any reason, thank you. Um, I know it's not the most thrilling thing, and I'm still kind of muddling my way through figuring out how to do this and make this thing work. But trying to get through, what I can. I wonder if that is there. All right. Let's see. That doesn't make any sense. No, that was missing. I don't know. That'll pop. All right. Moving right along. This I have no idea. It's obviously busted. It had like this crinkle tube that went up, some kind of crane. No idea what it was. I can distinctly, though, remember getting it for a Christmas gift from my aunt and uncle. They frequently, when there wasn't as many of us nieces and nephews, they would frequently go in on Christmas gifts. And I got a GI Joe truck the one year from them. How cool is that, right? Okay. What does that thing need? Huh. Okay. All right. What is this? Skysweeper anti-tank aircraft. All right. What did it actually look at? Battle Force 2000 Skysweeper. GI Joe. All right. I don't think that's it. Well, it isn't. Well, it might be. It's definitely a Battle Force 2000 thing, but I have no idea. Pulverizer, maybe. Let's try that. Oh, yes, that is it. Okay, so here, it's got a gun that sits on top there. What's that gun look like? I think I just had, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I just had that gun in my hand. And it happens to be this beast right here. All right, come on now. Which way does it fit? It must sit this way. Oh, yeah, no, it just sits like that. Some of these came in orange, evidently. I don't know that that is the right gun. God dang, that looks like it's it. Man, I feel so confident that that is supposed to go in there. I mean, everything looks like it's there. Ah, there it is. All right, so, the connecting piece is still broken, but the actual cannon still sits on there. This thing's kind of cool. Let's see here. I'm going to update a picture on this. Pulverizer. God, golly, I can remember popping when I opened this for Christmas out at the farm. A magical time. All right, where are we at here? Box wise, will this fit? All right. This I know I'm missing some parts for, but here's the Cobra Jeep. Now, this is very similar in body design to the G.I. Joe one, but again, just looks a lot cooler. Actually looks maybe more like a Jeep than a Outback, which again, nothing wrong with a. I love myself a Subaru, but I don't know if G.I. Joe's running around with Subarus. Obviously, a Cobra vehicle. I have to look and see. I don't think these go on. That'd be kind of cool if they did, though. This was a smaller missile pack, I believe. Ooh, Cobra Stinger Night Attack 4-wheel drive. Ooh, Cobra Stinger Night Attack. Let's take a look at that. Ooh, so this should have some red long missiles on it. We're just going to take a quick second and look for some long red missiles. Don't think this is it. This might be it. This might be one that's supposed to sit on there. Something to that effect. I don't think that's it. I don't know. Don't think I got the missiles for it, but there we go. The Cobra 4-wheel drive mobile. Pretty cool. If you ask me. All right. Moving right along. Up next, this exceptionally weird thing right here that was one of my favorite. Now, I can't remember if it was a good guy, bad guy, but look at this machine gun, first of all. That's pretty neat. Then, how about these rockets that shoot out of here, or torpedoes? It is missing a wheel. With the idea of this machine, they can be gone. I can just drive over. Watch, right? Oh, look, it doesn't even. It's like a lunar rover. Um, I believe this was a. If I were to guess on age, I'd say 90, 87. Okay, this is really old. Fun colors. I believe it was a good guy machine. Let's see here. Oh, what in the world is this thing? Come on. And the guy who drove it was kind of like a Cajun type dude, because this was a swamp buggy, if I'm remembering correctly. And then up next, we're looking at this bad boy and seeing what that is. Oh yeah, how intriguing is that? So we'll come back to that in a second. Swamp Masher, yes, that's exactly what it was called. Um, yeah, the Swamp Masher. I can't remember who drove it, but kind of a neat machine. Very fun colors. Right? How can you not love that when you're a kid? Machine gun. Look at that thing. I mean, good luck, Cobra. Good luck. That's all I got to say about that. All right. Now back to this machine here. This is definitely a Cobra machine of some sort. I think it goes more like this. Yeah, there we go. And it goes more like that. And the guy sits right here. All right. And I can drive it around. It's like a three-wheeler tank type thing. But let's get some pictures. Oh, hey, stop it. Knock it off. All right, get another picture there. So the guy's driving his tank around, and then G.I. Joe blows it up, and guess what? This ejects right out. And then this folds up and does something else. It kind of goes away. I can't remember exactly everything it's supposed to do, but that's kind of the idea behind it, is it folded up, did some stuff. I think maybe it could, like, wait and then pick the guy up. I don't know. I can't remember what the mechanism. Oh, yeah, there's the little rockets on the back. So, yep. Basically just a ejection seat type thing, which, I mean, ejection seat, anything was pretty cool. Cobra Devastator. Huh? I don't think so. Maybe. Don't think it's a Devastator. Devastator is something different. Let's see if that sheds some light on things. I also don't know how the guy is supposed to get. Oh man, there we go. I don't know. Sometimes these things are a little bit hard to identify, I guess. All right. Oh my God, there's so much of it. All right. Here's the single stupidest toy. I know it's not complete, or the stupidest vehicle in all the G.I. Joe universe. And it was this three-legged thing. Obviously, one leg is missing. There's a glass dome over it too. And this thing, simply, Cobra would ride it and bounce around through the battlefield like a giant grasshopper. That made no sense to me ever. It's incomplete. Uh, Again, I'm not going to toss it because I suspect some of these parts might be hard to find. Really, kind of, you can see there's glue and stuff in there. I'm guessing on the nature of it, since it's a toy that bounced around, probably dropped it a few times. Oh man, I got to get a quick sip of water here. Oh man, I got to remember what this thing was called. I spent a lot of time on it. Really a stupid piece of equipment. Just bouncing around. And then a glass cover. Like, what in the world? All right. Some more stuff lined up here. Oh, oh, of course. Now, the internet's running foolishly. Hopefully, this on-inspiring stream didn't cut out on you. Holy man. So much stuff. If you're watching and wondering when is this torture going to end, there is only about 8 or 10 more big items, I think. Oh, wow. All right, what do we got? Yes, Cobra Pogo. The Cobra Pogo. Worst vehicle ever. All right. And it's going away. I've had enough of it. I can't look at it for another second. All right, moving on. Moving on here. Let's see. Again, I lost so many action figures over the years. That kind of bums me out. I don't know where I put them. Like I had boxes and boxes and boxes of G.I. Joe. There we go. But, alas, we will be going through a few of the figures that I have been able to find. All right. This we still have not identified yet. Try one more on this thing. I don't know. Then we're getting into some more dandies here. This one, I can't remember the specifics of it. Can't remember if it's good guy or bad guy. We'll figure out shortly. But it opens up. It hinges here somewhere, right? Right? Yeah, there we go. It hinges somehow. Oh, maybe it doesn't hinge. Sure looks like it wants to. At any rate, a guy actually sits back in this thing and then holds on to these guns. There must have been some rockets that went on top there. Ah, the Cobra Overlord's dictator. Okay. Oh, so that was that dude that drove this thing. Okay, so then this, in the midst of everything, is supposed to be able to stand up like this and be more menacing, I guess, or something. All right. I don't know. And then if it blew up, it would run away. Uh, the character it came with kind of looked like a rip off of Homeboy Vega from Street Fighter. It has like some long claws and stuff. All right, that box is officially full. Yes. Part of this whole thing is organizing this stuff so I can at least stack it and forget about it for a while. Um, yes. All right. So, this here got gimmick. What's the story with this? The double machine gun thing. This is some of these toys like this thing I legitimately have not looked at for 40 years, maybe, or 35 years. Mm. Hmm. Destro's Despoiler. Destro's Despoiler. Let's look at this. Despoiler. That is definitely not Destro's Despoiler. Although I think I have one of those that we're going to look at here in a minute. This ain't it. What's going on with this, bro? Nope. It's definitely a Cobra machine because it's kind of got that Cobra shape to it, right? I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm way off on that. All right, this is marginally exciting because I'm actually finding a bunch of figures that are busted, but definitely complete. That little rubber band gave out on them. I just couldn't handle anymore. It had enough. All right. Anti-gravity pod. Let's see here. No. Not really sure how to get like better pictures of this. $19.89 Hasbro. I just don't know. Hmm. Still searching everywhere for this thing. Oh man. Why can't it just be done? I want to be done with this. All right. We have one more final guess on this thing. I don't know. This whole internet thing is kind of hinky. So it's telling me this Dark Wands Evader. G.I. Joe. We have a winner. It is in fact Darklon's Evader. And Darklon was a dude. Oh, that's right. He had kind of like a flamethrower thing that he carried with him. Is he a good guy or bad guy? Mercenary. Oh, this is a highly sought after collectible. Features a clamshell armored canopy with surface to air missiles. Ooh, what the hell do missiles look like on that thing? All right, so there should be a couple black missiles that go with it. I'm not gonna hold my breath on that. Oh shit! Nice. I found the missing wheel for for the old swamp buggy. Look at that. Now she's a little bit more complete. Take that, Cobra. All right, Darklon, where are we at with you? I really thought that name through. I'm sure they stressed over that in the writing room. Hey, name. How about Darklon? Yeah, it's a reasonable name for a bad guy. Well, he's more of a mercenary. Oh, well, still. We'll take it. I don't want to ruffle. I don't want to ruffle old Darklon's feathers too much, you know? I don't really want to upset Darklon. All right. Now, let's continue. Since we figured out the mystery of Darklon saying I can't find any missiles anywhere, there we have it. Wow, this is actually conceivably valuable. Darklon, you frickin' glorious bastard. You're going to make me some money. All right. Now, here was one of my favorite by far of all the G.I. Joe toys. If I look too, this one is old. Like this is, I bet this is called the Devilfish, I bet. Oh man. Let's see here. 86. Okay, so it's not as old as I thought it was, but you get the idea. Here's where I loved it. Look at that. Dual outboard motors. Everything else was jets and this and that. This had outboard motors. Oh, is there supposed to be motor covers on that thing? Get out of here. I don't need a dog's help right now. Thank you. Darklon, we need your help. You in or you out? Darklon. What a stupid name. Oh yeah. Now we're making progress. What's this? G.I. Joe Devilfish. Wow. Side missiles, of course, they're missing. The missiles are always missing. So part of the thing with missiles being missing is just this ABS plastic is brittle, right? So kids messing around with stuff would just break stuff off. This one would actually, even though it had these little holes here, you could put it in the boat, in the um, tub. What has the hoses right there, you lying son of a gun? These engine hoses impact the value of it. because again, just kind of cheap plastic that dries up over time. None of this stuff was built to last. We know this, right? Um, yeah. Ugh. But sometimes you get a guy who's had it sit in a attic of a garage since Hector was a pup, and then lo and behold, there it is. Now, one thing that was really fun with GI Joe, we'll do a little side trip here, was all the individual vehicles. As much as I enjoyed ragging on that stupid, idiotic Cobra hopper thing, there was some kind of cool individual vehicles that guys would get to ride around and do good guy and bad guy stuff in. And here's a few examples. Look at each one of these individual. Look at this thing here. This might be for something. This is the Destro thing. Okay, so this will come back into play in a second here. This is Serpentor's little gimmick that he rides around. You're probably wondering, well, where's Serpentor? Our old friend Serpentor has seen better days. The rubber band broke, but luck is falls. I do have all his parts, so we can kind of put them back together. And he was kind of cool, right? He had the removable helmet. No, maybe he didn't. I might be making that part up. I thought it could come off. Not going to force the issue. But let's take a look at these things, get them inventoried. I don't know if this is going to be called like a Serpentor Mobile or what they're going to call it. This thing would hover around and you could raise all kinds of cane on it and be a Cobra. You do this, you do that. Panama Red. My gosh. Look at that. Panama Red telling me I am the real American hero. And you know what, Panama Red, you are right. My gosh. All right, there we go. Serpentor's Air Chariot. All right. Loose, good condition, worth a few bucks. This one was also kind of cool. The light, maybe you can see it on camera. It's kind of glittery type plastic, so it looks golden. Ooh. The bad guys are always obsessed with gold things. All right. I want all you kids to remember that. This thing, a guy would sit in and then kind of fly around. Dogs losing their mind in the background here. Must be an Amazon delivery. It shouldn't be a solicitor because I do have a sign that says no soliciting. Let's see if I can get the back function on this thing to work here. So again, has that little there it is. See, then the guy can't fall out. Right? Oh, now I had this thing made up so nicely. I just had to muck it up there, didn't I? God damn it. There we go. There we go. Ah, all right. Ooh, Cobra Battle Barge Gunner Station. It's not the complete barge. This ain't it. Uh-uh. Let's take a look and see. Okay, well, I actually am going to have that in just a second. That's not what this is. All right, if I'm being 100% honest, I think we're gonna um just do a couple more, and then I'm not gonna get through all of this today. If I'm being honest. Huh, it's giving me all the wrong things. That's not it. It does look like it was part to something though. Like maybe it slid into something. Hmm. Striking out hard here on this one. This might solve some of the problem. All right, there we go. This I know for a fact goes here. Aha. Now the plot thickens. Let's see if that. Let's see if these two pictures make some progress. We're gonna get through these two things and then call it good for right now. Hmm. Hmm. Searching for Cobra vehicle with teal color. Thank you. That's a good start. All right, so it's saying a Cobra molt. Let's see here. Ooh, we'll come back to that. I just can't figure anything out on this one. I'm bewildered. I don't know, man. Yeah, this bad boy. Oh, look at that thing. Wonder if that's got a cover that goes over it. A dome of sorts. That ain't it. That ain't it. Molt. All right, it says a Cobra jetpack. I don't think that's it. Nope, that ain't it. Well, there it is. It's a Dreadnought air skiff. Oh my gosh. Supposed to have a couple. Oh, missiles on the side there. That's busted. All right. Phew. Mystery solved. That one was stressing me out. Slash, more so, just annoying me. All right. Let's look at Destro ship, this missile launcher, and then call it a victory. Um, Oh, it's not really that much more. Famous last words. Yeah, that's pretty cool. This has more to it, I can tell you that. I know this. Hmm. Hmm. Destro's the spoiler. There it is. All right. Destro is not shown. Came with actually a gold Destro. That's the only Destro I ever had. It was gold. This moved around for some reason. I don't know why. Must have hung on something or other. Oh, maybe it clipped on a ship of some sort. I don't know. Look at this. The world's skinniest bad guy vehicle, but delivers quite the bang with those rockets. If you're watching this on a replay, thank you so much. Again, I'm not, this is not, I obviously overly produced. It's not really produced at all. But the idea is I'm just getting this stuff done. Taking a drink of water. You know the routine. Same old, same old. Yeah. All right. A little bit of value in that. These missiles, of course, are removable. They launch around, blow up G.I. Joe, ruin their day and whatnot. All right. One more piece at least here. Look at this stupid thing. This is when they were just kind of phoning it in at certain points. It's like, well, what should we do here? This is the floating barge thing. Dirty slash got some kind of junk on it. Who knows what? But it would all clean up, I'm sure. It's missing cannons, obviously. But yeah, the idea is this a floating barge that three Cobra guys could sit in and shoot stuff. They made these little stations that were, I don't know, okay, but also pretty darn chintzy. So that was an example of a Cobra one. Let's take a look. Here's a GI Joe one. So the thing that you set a guy in, hunk of plastic that um but it did move around. Big old cannon here they could shoot things at. All right. Let's hit this thing, film. This is the gonna have some stupid name. 1986. But it was kind of cool to have a base, right? The guy could sit in there and have that bigger cannon, but the vehicles were generally kind of cooler. It did have a big tan um, playset battle station kind of thing. I can't remember what it was called, but that thing was so busted up it did not make the trip. GI Joe Coastal Defender. Let's see if that. That's not it. But I do have a Coastal Defender coming up, so just hang tight, everybody. It's so weird how just the damnedest thing stumps AI. Here's the Coastal Defender. Well, this other one's looking up. So this actually is the Coastal Defender. This you think would be a really cool piece of equipment, right? Oh, there's got to be something in there. Maybe a guy sitting there getting ready to uh, shoot a big cannon or something. By golly, what could be in there? And in fact, what you find out when you get it open somehow, I can't remember how it's supposed to open for the love of life of me. When it's all said and done, it's effectively a big ass satellite dish, I think. Oh, I had the satellite dish somewhere. No, where did it go? We had it just the other day, man. Not cool. Hmm. That's not it. Shoot. Swear I had it. Yeah, overall, this is not really that cool of a piece of equipment. It literally was just no, that's not it. And then some missiles, I guess, were supposed to be on here. I don't know. This was a really crappy toy. I'm not too bummed that I can't find the extent of what made it cool, if I'm being 100% honest, is that it had a trailer hitch so you could hook it up to, like, you know, the G.I. Joe Subaru Outback. Aha. Ah, yes. This is the G.I. Joe. All right, let's see what year is this released. This is 86. So this is a G.I. Joe Law, the laser artillery weapon. There it is. Heavy artillery. There's supposed to be a radar dish somewhere on here. I'm not seeing it. They're conflating two things. All right, so there we go. Laser artillery gimmick. Yeah, there's that idiot. Dumbest of all the toys. God. And I probably just begged my parents for it. How nice it'd be to have this little wagon to be able to pull around behind my GI Joe Subaru. Oh man. Yeah, 'cause I guess you could pull it around where they even fit on there. Yeah, no, no, you couldn't even put it on there. Look at that. But it is nice to get the stuff boxed up. I know I said it was going to be done, but now things are kind of rolling along. We'll do a couple more. Do a couple more and call it a victory here. All right. Just about the time I feel like I'm getting into a rhythm, and that's when things start to slow down. No idea what this is. Oh, you know what? You can actually. This is like for moving jets and stuff because you could use that as a hitch point too, I believe. Definitely not a heavy artillery vehicle of any sort. See what year it's from. 1985. Wow. Apparently, this came with the Rolling Thunder. It's the best I can surmise. I don't think that's it. Battlefield Recovery Vehicle. Let's see if that's it. Nope. See, there's the dilemma. So that's why we're going to do one more and then be done. Then tomorrow, or next time we come on, we'll do some bigger vehicles. Let's see here. The last one that I want to do today is actually pretty darn cool. It's worth the price of admission, as it were. Well, figure out what it is, you horse's ass. God. Hmm. Aha! There's a satellite dish for that stupid toy from earlier. Yeah, how dumb is that? It just sits there. Okay, just title this Unknown Small Vehicle. All right, the last one I want to do for today is one of the coolest that I know is missing parts and is bad shape. But this is Sergeant Slaughter's automobile. It even says it right there. Look at that. See that? Sergeant Slaughter. No mistake over whose that is. You might not even see the guy in there, but you would still know that that was the sergeant's vehicle. He drove this thing around and really raised some absolute hell. And if there's any doubt about it, just know that in fact, yes, Sergeant Slaughter is in the house. I don't know where his hat is. Also, I'm a little bit concerned because he's got a piece of thread tied around his neck. I'm not 100% sure what was going on there. I'm not sure, but I think you probably had to buy, let's see, this is 88. '86. Oh yeah. Sergeant Slaughter's Triple T, the tag team Terminator, because of course he was a professional wrestler and then became a cartoon character, and the only guy that successfully did that. Then went on to. So there should be 2 black missiles and Sergeant Slaughter figure. I don't know. I don't think that's the original figure that came with it, if I'm being honest. But there it is. The triple tag teamer machiner. All right. If you stayed with me this whole time, I don't know why you would do that. But thank you for tuning in and checking this out. I'll be back on again in the next couple of days to go through the rest of the stuff, just to give you a hint. There's some of the stuff we still have to go through. That's all I'm going to show you. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, be kind to one another.